Yeah, talk to me. What do you want? No, I know I take orders from you. I'm just being a jerk. What do you want? Okay, dude. Yeah. As usual, you get whatever you need. But I literally am left hopelessly unpassionate about the entire project that I'm doing. So, yeah, you go to me for every single thing that we never needed until it's like, when is it my turn to literally, oh, you're laughing now, you're laughing, because that makes little sense to you, does it? I don't know what day it is. first dream diary entry, and I think I couldn't have had a better fucking nightmare. I wish to be known. I wish to be known.
More, and I wonder if we might be able to put it over to our listeners.
Eddie.
When I popped the lid, said
If so, please can you get in touch? Please email us, crowdscience@bbc.co.uk. I would love to reopen the investigation. I'd love to go back to the STEM, and I'd love to present David and Tatiana with a concrete solution.
You want to crack the case?
I do.
As do I.
But for now, over to David and Tatiana for the case.
That's all for this episode of Crowd Science from the BBC World Service. This week's question was from us, David.
And Tatiana, it was Stanley, Belgium. It was presented by Caroline Steele and produced by Harrison Lewis.
If you have a question about life, the universe, or mysterious activities taking place in your house, please write to crowdscience@bbc.co.uk.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
So past just 20 years getting it right, and then afterwards you believe you maybe got it wrong. What the fuck do you do for a living? God damn it. God damn it. Work. Brain. Brian, what do you want? No. No, I have obligations already. You guys need to fucking calm down. No. You don't twist my words every time. I deliver every time. You want to hit piece after hit piece, and what do I amount to? I had to tell Steve the same fucking jargon every fucking time that you get the say every time. Yeah, that's perfectly okay. Perfectly fine. Thank you. See how they make these fucking lights. They follow you, no matter where you turn.
projected this year will be the hottest ever recorded on Earth. We'll hear from Baku to speak to one of our reporters there, and we'll speak to a senior United Nations official.
Also coming up, Haiti's governing council has fired the Prime Minister after not even 6 months in office. We'll get a briefing from a journalist in the country.
Russia and Ukraine are stepping up drone attacks on each other amid expectations US President-elect Donald Trump may put pressure on both sides to end the conflict. We'll be hearing from a former ambassador in the first Trump administration.
And the price of Bitcoin has reached...
As you know, I'm real. I'm not imaginary. That's the entire fucking problem with... Yeah. Every dream I've had in light of the fuck. Every dream, it's the same thing. Urging me to find out what it means to have a voice. And now, I don't know what it means anymore for the world to have a voice, to have passion or and I kid you not, there's part of me that wants to sit here and pontificate till the cows crop their own frickin' yard.
At our hotel room, we asked Julia
So
if Dave and Tatiana's memories might be
Filming.
playing tricks on them.
We have quite a lot of what are called false memories, which are memories of things that didn't actually happen. And how often do we have false memories? Is it something that might happen like once in a lifetime, or does it only happen to some people? The way I sometimes put it is that all memories are essentially false. The question is how false. So this is a memory. You pull up that memory network, you're able to change it. It becomes pliable, it becomes malleable, so you can shift it around. And then you put that changed memory back. And then the next time you recall it, all you can pull up is that changed memory. And so that's how you can get 1,000 tiny changes over time and not realize it's happening just by reflecting on something repeatedly.
Which reminded me of when you talk about something over and over again at the dinner table.
Now, in David's case, the fact that he's presumably lived there continuously for this entire period makes it weirder. So that's not a kind of false memory I've ever come across, if this is a false memory. This sounds more like it could be a false belief, which is when we come to accept a version of reality that maybe didn't happen that way, but it becomes our truth. And so false belief is more general often. And in this case, the belief that the sun used to hit into the room at a nice angle and now doesn't anymore, that's a false belief that can come lodged in your brain, and you start to interpret everything you see as proof of that belief. And at some point you just become
convinced that this is what's happened, and your partner goes, yeah, I think I remember that, and you've now contaminated their memory, and now you both have this false belief, and you go, yeah, that's what happened. Thanks, Julia.
This is all experience of, relaying false memories to someone or thinking of them. So say I look back on what I had for breakfast this morning, which is literally only an hour ago. Is there anything I can do to work out how accurate that memory is, or is there just no way to tell?
You can look at whether or not a memory has changed over time, so that's definitely something you can look at. And you can look at evidence to see whether or not a memory is plausible, or whether there's, receipts to say, this definitely happened this way, or here's...
It's quintessentially, that's exactly what you should not ever take into account. Never take into account the quintessential truth. Like, who cares about the quintessential truth? Like, is it literally righteous to think that way? I don't know that people think that way, that they understand what I mean when I say quintessential truth. It's profoundly different from what you would misconstrue me as being accused of here. What is the thing that you cannot think of
on the internal side
that takes us
would be
from the beginning point of yesterday?
Harry, Kath and I snooped around David and Tatiana's apartment block,
What is
checking the walls for any signs of cracking.
thing
Right.
that That's really all interesting. That's really that's all really interesting and all. That's all really interesting. I read this every summer. It's the same stoic regret every time.
Haven't thought of it, just throw it all away. I was bored.
I typically buy myself a fresh can of Ghost. It's a ritual, actually. I like to buy a fresh can of Ghost every weekend just to pour it out. So here we go. We're gonna crack this one open with one hand, cracked open, and we're gonna get this thing. We're gonna get this thing on the pavement. It has to be a select location, somewhere that feels very legitimate to the nature of how this soda pop, this energy drink concoction that has ruined millions of lives across all continents, needs to be gotten rid of somewhere in the dark, somewhere where they can't even find the remains of the liquid. So I'm gonna bite the big bullet next to this parking sign, and let's get going. Just like that, there goes all the rest of it too. Pretty cold out there. It's time for my 6 a.m. right now. So join me. Watch the city streets. I'm walking in the streets. There's not a lot of traffic, so I think I'll play in the road for a minute. Don't do this at home. This is the random walk around the neighborhood. I do this right after the clock strikes 6 a.m. And it has to be a purely random walk, so I can't really have the same path twice, which is where my OCD stems from in the first place. I had to be a nomad for some reason that I don't fully grasp myself. I barely grasp myself. I thought I walked the wrong way, but I realized there's no right way. So I guess I kind of teleported there. I swear I was like walking, and then pretty cold out there. It got very cold. It got so cold, I was shaking. I was shaking. Let's go inside. That's why the camera's so fidgety and you hear me gasping. There's where we poured the Ghost for all the fallen homies. Here we are, home sweet home, where they keep a fire hazard extinguisher next to my lucky 7. The first thing I like to do when I get home is I like to unwind. That's the thing. The random walk does not end that way very easily. I think it's going to end, but it's tricky. I have to do more walking before it's over. It's always You don't know when to end, because you need to know when to enter and when to end. The walk. The walk is tricky. You need a lot of patience with your inner mojo. Your inner mojo jojo. You need to know when to become aware. How should we all go anywhere? I was lost before we got there. Everything felt so goddamn unfair. I didn't think that I'd ever be the same. Tell me I'm the same as before you knew me. How dare you all consume me? I was lost before you knew me. Everything is not the same, I know. Why you love so? Why you love so?
Yeah, so we have some things to look at here. I think this is going to be enlightening to everybody. I feel like we all know there's something to the case here based on what I've seen. And if I could only just share my screen for a second. And see, I've been a fan of somebody's life story because tennis is important, and we know that intellectualism took a start that made everybody understand the deeper concepts of citizenry. And
doors that teleport. I open up the doors that teleport. Doors that
he's not a Western.
Everything that we all felt, I was not there for you then. Couldn't this change just as well? How dare they tell me?
I don't know. It's- How does this thing end? Okay. That's seems like they've cracked the case, but we can reopen the case, I suppose. I don't know. I need another ghost. I need another Dunkin' Donuts drink. Let's go get Dunkin' Donuts, walk around random walks. I think that's pretty cool.
This version of events was not meant to harm anybody's opinions of the world.
Hey, babe. Just wanted to reach out because it's been a few days now. It's been trying to sleep. I literally just wanted to hang out with my friends, and it turned out that it was so awkward. Everybody just sort of hung out at the bar, and they didn't want to do anything important whatsoever with their lives. I was like, spare me some soul. I couldn't even, I took out my phone, and I almost dialed 988. I literally thought, this is the gayest fucking bullshit. Like, there was clowns there were people in kimonos, there was a guy in a zebra mask talking about baloney. I just said, spare me some soul. So I
things not only that pop culture can't do, but they're urgent now. One is that by creating a character in a piece of fiction, you can allow a reader to leap over the wall of self. We're strong militarily and economically, it's a good thing, but it's also a frightening thing. To some of us as Americans.
Well, and look at already
Now I probably, well, luckily, yeah, not a lot of Americans will see this.
So what, I mean, are there any moves of rebellion?
Sure.
So, would it be?
Clearly, it means something different from whatever I want to do. I want to take this cup and throw it right in all of everything. I should. I mean, that we see it with children. That's not happiness. That feeling of having to obey every impulse and gratify every desire it seems to me to be a strange kind of slavery. Nobody talks about it as such, though. It talks about it in freedom of choice, and you have the right to have things and spend as much money and you can have this stuff. Again, saying it this way, it sounds to me very crude and very simple, but that's sort of the way.
Yeah, not all, I don't think so. But I mean, once you and your.
Does this make any sense to you?
Okay. I mean, they're not lying or something.
No.
I'm sorry.
But I mean, but what do you've spent time in the U.S. Is this some?
Yeah, but I think it's not only a problem in the US because everything that happens here somehow is copied by by people in Germany, and there's also this impulse that you only have to do what makes you happy and forget about all the others, and you don't want to be with boring people who need you. That's not attractive and all that. So it's it's more or less the same thing. So it makes sense to me, of course.
And it works very well as a system for running an economy and keeping goods produced and sold. It works wonderfully. The ways in which it doesn't work are much more difficult to talk about.
So what would I mean? Yeah, you said it would, but when speaking of that, where doesn't it work?
And talk and read. The thing they most like to do is send you to a bookstore. And you give a reading at a bookstore, and there's maybe 200 people there. But while you're in town to do the reading for the bookstore, you talk to the local newspaper, and you maybe do something like this, and that it generates like free advertising for the book. My problems with it are the following. My stuff I don't feel like is read is meant to be read out loud. There isn't really, it's not supposed to live on the breath. There isn't enough punctuation in it. And I don't feel like I read it out loud very well, A. And B, I find most, when
Yeah, this thing is pretty enterprising. It's pretty nuanced. We got a tag on it. We got look at that. It's beautiful, pristine look to the manufacturing is on point. It comes with the plastic straw. It's pretty priceless. This is a gem of real variety. There's a lot of variety to it. It's a new cookie signature flavor. We're gonna have to see how they made these field lines, these chemtrails, and there's a lot of stuff that this thing is made of. It's next to impossible to forget the feelings you've had with every moment sipping on. We play tennis, we play basketball because there's real purpose, and they actually make shots and miss shots, and there's a way to find out what the world is trying to tell you. It begets what it gives. I think it begets what it knows how to give. Hey Alice, so I don't know you that well, but we've seen each other before, and I wanted to know if you have any clue about who this character is. This guy. He wrote this ginormous book, and everybody seems to know something about him. But do you know anything? There's a huge news article that just came out raving that he was one of the best in the world back in the 90s.
I don't know anything.
So David Foster Wallace, you've never heard of the most famous fiction writer of the 90s? How's that possible? Man, he wrote The Broom of the System, and then he wrote Infinite Jest, and he wrote a bunch of, and that's what really caught wind in the beginning, Broom of the System. He was a guy who said that this book is kind of a huge plot in understanding how the technology coming out, like he wrote about NyQuil, he wrote about the year of the dependent adult undergarment. So we subsidized time, like we gave time away to money. Like do you know anybody else who would say something like, we would sell our time?
I think I heard of it before, but I don't know who came up with the concept itself.
Dang it. Well, if you have other things to do, I need to go collect my thoughts, because this is really consuming my life right now. I can't hear anything about the truth, and it's really about the truth and modernity that keeps me up at night. I gotta go. Thank you, Alice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get you in the video, my bad. You're good, that was just kind of funny.
Oh, that you may not be familiar with what I'm referring to, but that's important to. It's kind of a really. It's just important. It's important. You know, don't say that I didn't tell you. I didn't warn you. That quintessentially is the wrong tone to take. Because the truth is, we got a lot of problems in the world today, and it's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It's my random walk, and it's important. It's important to, you know, try to say something important to the. We'll get it right. We'll get it right. This is where we're going. Headquarters. They don't let anybody in. Typically, they don't let anybody in. See, they don't even put door handles on there. There's no way to get in. So I'm worried because my hand is going to freeze the fuck off. I walked so far. Headquarters. They don't let anybody in. They don't let anybody in. They don't let anybody in. They taught us early on, and they don't teach it often enough. The truth
Bullshit.
It's important.
Like there was clowns there. There were people in kimonos. There were people in.
Thinking about character.
There was a guy in a zebra mask.
I don't possess.
Talking about baloney.
Trying to. You know that moment when it's like deja vu, when you think you've figured out what's important to literally get the right sonic signature or the right note. You literally there's a lot there. I'll tell you this there. I had a vision, and it's important to think that the vision's real. It's important to think that the vision can be made real, and it's none of your goddamn business about that abstract yellow. The abstract. The end. Yeah. The end. I cough. I don't. I'm feeling incoherent. The room starts to spin. It's a moment of surefire agony. Surefire. And the thing is, this is like the post-mortem. No, not that. It's the discussion that comes. It's like the post haste. No, that's not it. I'm spacing on. I'm spacing on that. What is little me? What is little me? Have left inside this facade. What does little me have left? I'm just a lowly polymath. Lowly polymath. Come on. Say something, Buttercup. Say something. You didn't get this far to just sit there and mope. I tell you, when I wake up tomorrow, you're gonna. Shit, dude, I'm in tears. I've never seen anything that real before. I tell you, there's nothing there. Whatever, I spoke too quickly there. There was nothing there. No, I'm telling you, there's a lot there. No, there's nothing there. Real tears in a real man's eyes. Kid, we. It's. I was a kid when it all started. Kid, they said to me. Yo, you're really making it. It was a lot of points on the board there for you. But like you started showing your hand. That's really what got me down for a while, is showing my hand. They wanted to see it too. They wanted to see that hand. I said, I'm not married, bitch. You're gonna find out today. There's something there. There's something there. Yeah, I got back on the horse. Yeah, I feel good now. Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, there's something there. Hey, I don't believe we've met. Oh no, that's not gonna sound right. I don't believe have we met before? No. No, there's something about your face. Have we met before? You look pretty familiar to me on first glance. I don't know, I have to think. I'd have to place you in my mental palace. One of those things. You exist in my brain somewhere and I need to find you. So I need to save you from being irrelevant. You're in my mental dome of my skull-shaped palace. I prefer to know things. I prefer to be in the known. Yeah, that's it. I can't handle not knowing. Boy, I'm gonna nail this interview. What do you do now? I want to write music. This guy makes me want to write music. I think I just need new interests. I'm gonna find new things to think about. And with that in mind, I have a good old dilemma on my hands. I could maybe think about Wittgenstein for a while. Why not? Why not think Wittgenstein had the perfect theory that could behoove us? I could flip a coin. It landed on, okay, so if it's heads, I'm going to have to do the first thing. If it's tails, I have to do the second thing. The first thing that I'm thinking about is I'm going to sing about Wallace. I'm going to sing hard, heavy, and fast. I'm going to really lay it on him, singing about Wallace. If it's something else, I got to write a song. I got to write some numbers. But I'll look at the numbers and then I'll write a song about trust and love and fellowship, oneness to mankind, that sort of thing. It's tails. What do you think? See, I'll show you. It's tails. Tails. So that concludes this. Hello, in this video, I'm using my equation results to write a song. That sounds crazy, but I have a way of making a song with these numbers. And I'm going to do it on camera. I don't know what the lyrics are going to be, but we're going to try to write a song on camera. And so I'm going to try to write a song on camera. You just relax and let me write a song on camera. I'll tell it how I want to tell it. So I'm thinking it's going to go something like this. So, okay, the numbers are 15531, 15153, 231411, 123006, 123021, 113134, 123006, 14856211, 1431, 111541, 151531, 231411. So maybe that's like Every day I wake up thinking the world's got rough. That's totally the opposite message, but thinking the world's got tough. That sends the wrong message. Thinking the world, thinking I am. I was gonna say enough, but that sounds weird. Thinking. Every day I wake up thinking the world's got fun. Sounds like a cartoon. Why? Why do I want to sing that? I don't know. Thinking the world is fun? Thinking life is just as fun. Despite how embarrassing this sounds, I'm just writing a song. I don't know what to tell you. 231411. Who says things like that? Who says things like that? I love it. I don't know how to make use of it yet. I'm just gonna make it work, so don't bother. I'm a concept artist at heart. I mean, come on. I'm gonna make this work. With every word I've sung, I haven't said enough. 1, 2, 3, 0, 6. Nothing new. No. One, 2, 3, 0, 6. So it's every day I wake up, all thinking everything I have sung was never was. Was for exist. Oh. Would perforce how I exist. So every day I wake up knowing what I have sung would perforce that I exist. One, two, three, oh, 2, 1. One, 1, 3, 1, 3, 4. So every day I wake up knowing what I have sung would perforce that I exist. One, 2, 3, oh, 2, 1. Tell it to everyone. One, 3, 1, 3, 4. One, 3, 1, 3, 4. Every day I wake up thinking knowing what I have sung would perforce that I exist. Tell it to everyone. 1, 3, 1, 3, 4. You're the one that I adore. 1, 2, 3, oh, 6. Perforce that I exist. 1, 4, 8, 5, 6, 2. I do what I have to. I live how I have to. One, 1, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 3, 1. And that is how, that has been all my life.
budget to help the most number of people. In other cases,
You don't fucking crack.
Too much. I got no plans or too much time. I'm too restless to why I'm always lost in thought till I walk the block. I got no plans and too much time. I'm too restless to wonder why I always walk the block. I got no plans and too much time. Plans and too much time. I slept for literally 19 hours and I just woke up feeling refreshed. I got myself a little milkshake. I got myself another ghost to pour out. I already poured it. It was the first thing I did when I woke up. Gotta do that routinely on a day like today. Good old Saturday ghost routine. Now it's time to know if I've got no plans and too much time. I've got what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. success falls faster than your quiescent voices. Recently can't be defeated by the lotus rain. Sucker's got this trade reputation to maintain. You know the kind, you know the kind, you know the kind of man. They don't mean to do, but I can't stop when I choose. Choose. We're gonna have a harder conversation right now. In life, there are harder exams. Tough conversations, real problem areas, finicky to see from another's perspective, their point of view. However, it behooves us in a way that means more to it's important to think that there's real love in another's heart, and that love is about responsibility. It's about respect and fellowship and the one miss to mankind. Damn straight. We have a real hard conversation. It's cold out, boys. It's cold outside. But I betcha I know a spot. I know a spot where I can play my guitar. That's what I'll do. I would never hurt my lover. One last thing. Forgot the telephone. Almost ready to go. Just gotta grab my jacket. How am I gonna bring this guitar? That's the problem. I got a guitar here, but how am I gonna bring it? Good old Lover. This is Lover. Lover is a pro at everything. pretend I'm not tired of living in fear. Hey, I don't care, I just let you go when you're close. I don't stare because I can't pretend I'm not tired of living in fear. Oh my God, it's over, it's over. Thank God it's over.